We're going to take what we have learned about slope so far, and we're going to combine it with what we've learned about solving equations. This problem gives us one coordinate, 1, 4, and part of a second coordinate. It gives us -5r. So we have the x coordinate, but not the y coordinate. And then it tells us the slope between these 2 points is 1/3 and asks us, if we know the slope is 1/3, what would that missing y coordinate be? So we're going to start off with our slope formula, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we're going to label the pieces that we have. Now, normally, we've got x1 and y1 and x2 and y2. In this case, we've got x1 and did I just label that y2? I sure did. Normally, we've got x1, y1, and x2 and y2. This time we have x1, y1, and x2, but we don't know y2. Y is 2 as a variable. But we got something else. We have m. We know m is going to be 1/3. So let's replace everything in our formula that we know. We know that m is 1/3. I do not know what y2 is, so that's going to be my variable. Call that r. But I know everything else. I know y1 is 4. And on the bottom, I know x2 is -5. And I know that x1 is 1. So we know everything except for that r. Let's figure it out. Well, the first thing that we can do is we can combine like terms, because on the bottom of this slope formula, we've got that -5 minus 1, and we can combine that and get -6. So let's do that first. Make my pen a little thicker here. All right, so we've got 1/3 equals, and I'm going to keep this r as a different color throughout, just so it's easier to see. We've got -4, and on the bottom, we've got -6. So we can combine like terms. Okay, so now what? Well, our goal is to isolate the r. So there are two things we need to get rid of. The -6 has to go, and the -4 has to go. It's, I don't want to say impossible, but extremely difficult for me to get rid of the -4 while the -6 is there. So let's take care of the -6 next by using the division property of equality. Ugh, did I just write out the whole word division whenever I meant multiplication? Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, all that wasted time. I'll never get it back. The multiplication property of equality, because we're going to multiply by -6. I was thinking it's divided by -6, and I wrote division. Oh my gosh, so embarrassing. We're going to multiply both sides by -6. Okay. So on the left side of this equation, we have -6 times 1/3. If you were doing this on a calculator, you just do -6 times 1/3 and you get -2. -6 times 1 is -6 over 3 would give us -6/3, which reduces to -2. Easiest to use a calculator, but really not too difficult to do without a calculator. Okay, that's going to give us r minus 4, because our -6's here cancel out. -6 over -6 does go away. That was the whole point of the multiplication property. Okay, now there's only one thing left for us to get rid of, and that's the -4. So let's do that next. We're going to add 4 to both sides. That, of course, is the addition property of equality, because we're adding to both sides. Addition property of equality. -2 plus 4 is 2. And that's r. So our value of r is 2. That's the value of that y coordinate that will give us a slope of 1/3.